Is Bitcoin going to see a massive bounce from here, and is Bitcoin basically right now preparing for that bounce? That is going to be the topic of today's video. Guys, we are going to have a look at a lot of signals in the Bitcoin price, which will tell us most likely what is going to happen with Bitcoin in the not so distant future. Then we are also going to have a look at some other potential scenarios right here, a little bit more the bearish scenario. We're just going to have a look at that. And we are also going to have a look at the S&P 500. This week is going to be a very interesting and maybe a very, very important week to watch the Bitcoin price. So guys, all about that in today's video. Let's dive right into it. And yesterday we have actually seen something crazy happening in the Bitcoin price. We had a huge wick right here, where the price just moved in one 4-hourly candle up to approximately $47,000 and down all the way down to $43,000 200. So that was a lot of volatility yesterday. So far we are bouncing off from this level, and yeah, when we have a look at the 4-hour time frame right here, things are not looking that bearish, to be honest. We got a lot of divergences right here. The price is still moving within this descending channel, like we have been talking about over the past videos, right? But what we are seeing is when the price is moving down within this channel, we can see all the momentum indicators, the relative strength index, the MACD, the money flow is all increasing right here. So that is signs of a divergence, showing us that right here we are seeing a lot of bullish momentum boiling up in the background of Bitcoin. Of course, that always can be invalidated once we are losing that support, but normally when we are seeing a lot of confirmation on multiple indicators, that is a good sign for Bitcoin, to be honest. And that doesn't mean, guys, that we can see a bounce right away, although that is possible as well. It is still possible for Bitcoin to set another lower low right here, do something like this in the relative strength index, but maintain the uptrend and eventually bounce off from that. So it's very difficult with these divergences to really predict the exact moment we are going to see a reversal or where we are going to see the beginning of the bounce, but it shows us that we are getting closer and closer. And I think this is right now, we have been talking about it quite often, also during this price action right here. I've been saying most of the time right here in my videos, it doesn't really matter if you are bearish or bullish on the price of Bitcoin. The signals right now are showing us that in the shorter term time frame, we're most likely going to see a bounce. And we got that bounce also. And basically, I want to say something similar right now. It doesn't really matter if you are bullish or bearish on Bitcoin for the next coming weeks. I think it is more likely right here for Bitcoin to first see a bounce, even though we will follow the bearish scenario. The potential bearish scenario, we still first get a bounce. And that is due to the signals, all the signals that we are seeing right now. And yeah, that brings me also to the next topic. Of course, I want to show you this chart. When we are going to see that bounce, is that bounce going to result in a new uptrend, or is that bounce going to result in a retracement, and eventually we are going to set lower levels? And I think this trade is actually quite good, because although I don't think this is the more likely scenario, I do think this is a scenario as a trader where you should be prepared for, and you shouldn't be surprised when this is happening, even though it's not the more likely scenario right now. When we have a look at on-chain statistics and so on, you don't want to lose all the gains that you have been making just because you are leaning to one certain scenario and you are staring yourself blind for the other. So we are going to have a look at how we can recognize such a scenario and how you can protect yourself against such a scenario. But before we are jumping back into the Bitcoin price, guys, I quickly want to share with every single one of you, If you haven't done so already, please leave a thumbs up down below. That is very much appreciated. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you get notified whenever I upload a new video. Then for all the traders out there who are interested in trading Bitcoin, a variety of altcoins, or even trading the S&P 500, I'm using free exchanges, and if you sign up on one of these exchanges using my affiliate link down below, you can get an additional bonus. And on Bybit right now, you can get an additional bonus of $610 US. Bybit is an awesome exchange to trade Bitcoin, Ethereum with leverage, but also on the spot market. On the Femix platform, you can get a $2,000 US bonus. Femix is a very good platform to trade with margin, and on the spot market as well. They have a lot of different altcoins. And we have the Prime XBT platform, which is a more alternative exchange where you can trade the S&P 500 using Bitcoin as collateral, but they also have different functionalities like staking your stable coins, but also a co-vesting platform where you can copy other traders and basically earn Bitcoin based on their trades. And if you sign up using my affiliate link down below, you can get an additional bonus of 50% on your deposit and a 25% discount on your fees. Then guys, let's go back into the Bitcoin price. So what if we are going to see a bounce right here? Well, we actually are going to do the same thing we have done with this bounce right here. We could very good protect ourselves against the drop right here in the price of Bitcoin due to the following fact. We had the 61.80%, which is a key level, right? We broke above that 61.80% right here, and I've said the moment we are losing that level after breaking it, that is the moment you want to hedge, you want to take profit, or you want to short Bitcoin, depending on your strategy, how you want to protect your capital, of course. But this was the signal that you want to act upon with your portfolio. And we've seen that after we broke that level, we have seen a huge drop in the Bitcoin price. And like I said, guys, something similar we can do with the price action right now as well. So we are going to use the Fibonacci retracement tool from the top right here to the bottom of the move. And then we can see that the 61.80% is slightly below $49,000 US. Interestingly, guys, if we were to put a horizontal line right here, it's always interesting, we can see that it has a lot of confluence with historical price action. It has been acting as support and resistance in the past. That is a very important sign when we are seeing confluence with Fibonacci levels. So this is going to be one of the most important levels when Bitcoin is going to set a bounce. I think another level could be the 50% Fibonacci level as well. So if we were to break above the 50% and afterwards lose it again, that can be a sign, bearish sign as well, bearish confirmation sign. But most likely, I think it's more likely that we are going to reach the level of 61.80%, and it's going to be important to see how Bitcoin is going to react at this specific level. But of course, this reaction counts for every level right here. We could also break above the 50, lose it again. Then the moment we're losing that key level after breaking it, that is the signal that the bearish confirmation that most likely we are going to see a further drop. Then guys, let's dive into the 1 hour time frame on Bitcoin, and let's have a look what is going on here. So what we are seeing on the 1 hour time frame, we are actually also seeing on the 4 hour time frame. Only sometimes on these lower time frames it is easier to recognize it already earlier on. So what we can see right here is that we have a clear uptrend in the relative strength index. We have a uptrend in the MACD right here, and we got a uptrend over in the money flow, which is also a momentum indicator. And this is all pointing to a bounce right here in the Bitcoin price. However, it is not pointing to a bounce right now. It could also be pointing to a bounce right here in the future, of Bitcoin going slightly below and then still going to get that bounce. So that is the thing with these divergences, guys. We don't know when it's going to play out. We just know right now that it's coming closer and closer and closer. And if I look at the Bitcoin price action, I actually could be quite it looks like we are going to bounce soon rather than later, to be honest. That's my feeling right now about the Bitcoin price. I think the confirmation of a bounce would be a decisive break above that declining resistance. Of course, if you would have longed, like I've said yesterday, long the support right here, you would be in profit right now as well. You already would have a position for a potential bounce. So that could be a strategy as well, to long these support levels right here. But one thing I want to point out is that we also have the S&P 500, which has seen a correction. I will bring it up in a bit. But we might have not finished that pullback this week. And when using geometry alternative analysis, it also states that the Bitcoin bottom right here can appear by the end of this week. We could already have been seeing it right here, but it's also possible we are going to see it by the end of this week. And let me bring out the S&P 500, guys. So what we see right here in the S&P 500, let's go to the 4-hour time frame, that we are in this rising wedge formation, right? And so far we haven't really completely touched that support. So we touched the previous high right here, and we are getting a kind of bounce, kind of reaction from that level, right? So that makes sense. But I think it's still possible for the S&P 500 to come down right here, still make a lower low, do something opposite in the RSI, which create that bullish divergence, and then eventually is going to go back in a uptrend for the weeks afterwards. So it's not really clear right now whether the S&P 500 already finished its pullback or a correction. Of course, we can also break the support. That would be a bearish, very bearish scenario also for Bitcoin. Then we could be expecting quite a strong further pullback, I think so, because this chart is highly correlated with Bitcoin. But what I'm seeing right here is that it looks like we might not have finished this pullback in the S&P 500. So if we are going to see that last drop in the S&P 500, then most likely I think we're also going to see that with Bitcoin. So although Bitcoin could be looking finished right here in this consolidation, and it could be looking that right now we are going to get that bounce, I think we still have to admit that we cannot be sure that this bounce is going to happen right now, just because we are seeing those divergences. It's still possible for Bitcoin to set another lower low, or to at least move sideways or slightly lower before making that bounce. But I do think that right now that bounce in the Bitcoin price is coming sooner and sooner and sooner, and that is the more likely scenario. It doesn't matter if Bitcoin is looking bullish or bearish. We're first going to see something like this, a bounce. And if Bitcoin really is in bearish territory, then we will get rejected at important Fibonacci levels, or losing them after reclaiming it. And then we can sweep the lows right here. That is definitely a possibility you want to take into account when trading Bitcoin. And yeah, guys, so that is what I'm watching basically right on the Bitcoin price. If you are looking for trades, I think it could be a nice trade to trade this bounce. If you are looking to short Bitcoin, I would definitely not short Bitcoin in this structure right here. Or we really have to lose a key support level, but I don't think right now is the right moment to short Bitcoin. So guys, that is what I'm watching right on the Bitcoin price. Let me give you some levels in between so you can know the important levels right now. The support of the descending channel is at slightly below $44,000 at $43,950. The middle of the channel is $44,900. If we lose the middle of the channel, the chances increase that we are going to go to the support right here. The resistance of the channel right now is at $45,850 roughly. So guys, this is what I'm watching right now on the Bitcoin price. I think we should wait this week. We should check if we're going to get another pullback. That could be a great opportunity to load on a long position, in my opinion. If you are interested in longing Bitcoin, you can do that over on Bybit, Femex, or Prime XBT. If you are interested in trading the regular financial markets, then you can do that over on the Prime XBT account. If you use my affiliate link down below to sign up on one of these platforms, you can get exposure to this additional bonus. And let me know, guys, what you think is going to happen with the Bitcoin price. Do you think that Bitcoin is going to see that bounce over the next coming weeks? Or do you think that Bitcoin is actually looking still bearish and we are going to see lower levels from the structure that we are trading in right now? Guys, let me know what you think down below in the comment section. Then guys, if you haven't put a thumbs up on today's video, make sure to leave that thumbs up. I want to wish every single one of you an awesome day today, and I hope to see every single one of you in the next video.